Chapter 2, Pulled Beneath the Sands of Life. Yahweh, now revered as Adonai, dragged Canaan's lifeless body across the sands, towering at 200 feet, yet beside her he was but a shadow, small as a mouse against the vastness of her form. He gripped her hair behind his back, holding it like the weightiest bag filled with burden. With each scrape of her head through the spirits of the sands, moaned a terrible, reverberating wail, marking scars that etched deeply into the shore's very fabric. He bore the stoicism of a mountain, unyielding. Her children will watch, her children will learn. Israel, a mere 50 feet in height, ran to his father's side, the sands gathering thick between his feet and sandals.
"Father,"
he implored, his voice breaking the silence.
"why do this now, before the eyes of the gods?"
Adonai's gaze remained forward, unflinching as he continued, each step shaking the shore, each dragging movement sending ripples of dread through the spines of lesser deities who flinched each time her tangled hair caught on rock. His face held its cold resolve, betraying nothing as he dragged her monumental form across the coast. To Adonai, her body was not simply a corpse. It was a memory of his triumphs, a marker of battles fought, and a silent beacon to those who still hoped, perhaps foolishly, for his undoing. From the churning depths of the sea emerged Yamm, the ancient pre-civilizational god the Canaanites named as Spirit of the Sea. He watched from afar, his gaze a dark tide of hunger and desire as the ocean's murmurs wove around Adonai, each wave whispering,
To me.
Israel's eyes drifted to the ocean, catching Yamm's timeless form. The whispers wrapped around his heart, chilling him, and he turned back to his father. His voice, though trembling, bore reverence.
"Father, I do not speak against you, for you are my Adonai. I beg only for the sake of your throne."
Adonai's gaze finally dropped to his son, a flicker of contemplation in his eyes. Seizing the moment, Israel pressed on.
"Perhaps, Father, we could do this at night, in silence, when the other gods are at rest."
Adonai's gaze swept upward, meeting the distant hills, where the gods stood frozen, their faces awash with mute horror, their eyes clouded, mouths agape. Among them was Hadad, a former foe, now humbled. He tilted his head, signaling an acceptance Adonai saw through, catching the sorrow swirling in Hadad's eyes like a tempest barely held at bay. Hadad's hope rested in Israel's words, hoping they might pierce Adonai's heart. But Adonai only tightened his grip on Canaan's hair, drawing a deep breath, filled with the scent of the sea, carrying the weight of midday. Ruling Canaan had brought Adonai the loyalty of gods and mortals alike. Asherah, Hadad, Anat, and Astarte had pledged their fealty. Prosperity spread under his reign, touching humanity and divinity alike. Yet Canaan's spirit lingered, like a ghost haunting the lands. Prosperity was not enough to sate him, and in the loaded pause that followed, the weight of his disregard for her body sent a ripple of doubt through the sands, carried on the crashing waves. Could the gods truly remain loyal after seeing such disregard for the body of their own mother? Israel looked into the smoldering fire of his father's eyes and almost as a whisper pleaded,
"Father, please